Yes, people. You're now tuned into the Unspoken Gems podcast for your mum, for your dad, for your sister, for your brother. My name is Kio Apaloo, and to my left, I've got my co-host.
Yeah, myself. Cheers, happening.
And today, we've got another special guest for you. Please introduce yourself, love.
Hi, everyone, Unspoken Gems. This is Paris.
Yep.
I'm 22 years old and come from Watford currently. That's where I'm living.
Excellent. So yeah, today we've got Paris, as you can see. It's going to be a lovely episode today. So Paris, please let us know a little bit about yourself, other than you coming from Watford and your age. What do you do?
Those are givens. So I'm a model, and I also am dabbling on TikTok at the moment. And that's just my main focuses at the moment. Obviously, from modeling, I'd love to get into fashion. I love fashion already, but specifically like having my own business, maybe even like a lingerie line, something like that. I think that would be it's something that sounds good. If someone was to ask you at a party, like, oh, what'd you do?
Yeah.
I've got a lingerie line. Like, it sounds good, doesn't it? So yeah, those are my aspirations.
So what actually got you into modelling, and what kind of pushed you to get into that sort of career and stuff like that?
So ever since I was a little girl, like I always just loved being pretty. Like before society got in the way, I think we're all just very obsessed with ourselves naturally. We just love ourselves. We like looking at ourselves. We like looking good. We like taking care of ourselves. Men or women, either one. And I feel like I just really had that growing up. And then there was a period of time in my like pubescent ages, right? I feel like we'll go through those insecurities and those tough moments. And I think coming out of it, I came out even stronger. And I was like, you know what? Now I don't even want to hide anything. I just want to love myself and be obsessed with myself and spread that word of being obsessed with yourself, because no one else is going to do it. Yeah, you get it? No one else is going to be
so obsessed. If you don't love yourself, no one's going to love you as they say.
Absolutely. And it's so true. And yeah, modeling has just been, it's an expression of art and of fashion, and you can really like capture an aspect of your personality within a pose, like as simple as that, just a pose. So yeah, it's an art form for me.
So is that how you kind of, like you said, modeling can easily transcend into fashion? Is this one of the reasons why you want to kind of convey that identity into your fashion as well?
Absolutely. Like it's just, you convey, modeling every day, whether you're modeling or not. You walk out on the street, you're modeling yourself, you're representing yourself. And just I just think there's a bigger side to it than people think, than just like posing in front of a camera. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's so hard. It's not. Like anyone who says being an influencer is hard, it's not. It's just different. And I think, it's been slept on a little bit.
So the perks of being an influencer, is there anything you can kind of say, look, this is great me doing it? And especially because you said you're dabbling in TikTok, and I know TikTok after 10k followers, you can start getting money. So, so is there anything you can kind of see the perks of being an influencer, and a reason why you will kind of see that as a lucrative job to do?
I mean, the most obvious reason would be is it's easy. It's you're living your life out loud, essentially. Living your life and recording it. And if you can capture a day in your life in a very aesthetically pleasing way for the eye, people are just automatically like, they fall in love with you. They're like, oh my God, I love their life. I love the way they live. I want to be like that. And that's also spreading that inspiration as well. And so, I think the biggest thing is just so easy. It's so easy, and anyone can do it. You just have to like want to. Yeah.
Yourself, Paris, you seem like a very confident person, which is great as well in terms of what you're doing.
I am.
But somebody who lacks that kind of confidence, what kind of advice would you give them, especially if they want to become an influencer? Because there's so much people that want to do the influencing world, but they haven't got the self-esteem, they haven't got the confidence. What would you kind of do to advise them?
Well, first and foremost, like I've been there. I feel like we've all been there with insecurities, wondering what people are thinking. But I think the thing that kind of brought me out of that mindset was knowing everyone was feeling like that. I wasn't the only one. We all step out thinking, oh shit, like, is this looking good? Can I swear?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You have to emphasize it even more now.
Yeah, bitch.
Don't worry, we're not on channel 4. Don't worry, not yet.
Oh my gosh. Oh, what was I saying? I have ADHD, I forget.
The advice of what you give to somebody who's lacks confidence if they want to go into influence world.
Yeah, so I think the thing that I had to put it in different terms for myself to understand that everything is beautiful. There is not just one type of style or body type or hair type or anything that is better than something else. You may like curly hair and you may like straight hair. Can you say that one is definitely better than the other? No, they're both beautiful and you both love them and you can wear them both anytime. And I feel like it's the same with the way you look, the way you're shaped. Everyone's different, but it doesn't mean one is better than the other. They're just individually beautiful. That's what makes it beautiful. The fact that it's not replicated and it's its unique thing. And just remember that, like, Instagram pictures, it's all fake. Like, it is. I will sit here and I will hands up say that, of course I edit my pictures. You have to make it that look crisper and look more professionally done. You have to. So just remember that it's not always all real. Like, it's just not. Yeah,
I think the fact that you've actually conveyed that across and articulated that and let people know, I think a lot of people have to understand that what you always see is not always real. Absolutely. Even down to the big brands, big companies, you don't think they edit their stuff.
Trust me. Of course.
Because like you said, it has to be aesthetically pleasing to everybody's eye.
Absolutely. It has to be perfect to them, to the eye of the beholder. Yeah. And it is... The biggest brands are the ones who are most guilty of not fake. I don't want to say faking it because it's just it's a picture editing technique. You need to do it. Some things do need to get pinched in or pinched out, but it doesn't mean that you're any less perfect. Because at the end of the day, it's a picture. It's one angle in one lighting. You are so many things in real life. You know.
I think that also comes down to, like, if you're looking at relationships, like, there's always someone out there for somebody.
Absolutely.
Like, if you feel that person doesn't look aesthetically pleasing to you, that could be different for the next person. Yeah. So again, like you said, there's different identities, different people, different looks, and I think people just have to be more self-aware and more comfortable in their own skin.
Absolutely. Like, identify who you are.
Yes.
And do it to the best you can. Don't start, like... we all look at someone and be like, oh, I like that. Like, I'll take some inspiration. Yeah. But don't look at someone's whole personality in life and take it. You get and steal it almost. Because you have to have your own. You have to be your own thing. You want other people to look at you and be like, oh, I want to steal her person. I want to, take inspiration from her. You want to be that person. So don't be a chaser. Be an attractor.
So your style, Paris, did you take any inspirations from anyone? Is there anybody you can say, or any comparisons to anyone said you look like that person? Is there anything?
I get like when I'm streaming, I always get Kaladi. People, I mean, sometimes I see it. I kind of see it.
You get it with more tats and stuff like that.
If I have the tats, I can see that definitely. Everyone always says Selena Gomez, but I feel like every brunette girl has always been compared to Selena Gomez. It's just, I don't know why Selena, she's just the universal girl for the brunettes. But who else? Oh, there's this girl from Riverdale. I don't know one of the characters now. I didn't watch the show, but someone said like one of the girls. I'm guessing a brunette girl from there.
Yeah. So have you always been brunette? Have you ever dyed your hair another colour?
I mean, I used to, like, in high school, I used to have the ends blonde. It was called an ombre. So I had, like, little ombre hair.
I've heard that before, but I've heard ombre.
But men get it as well, especially with twists and stuff. It's like they get the blondes bleached, the ends, like, blonde bleached. You know what I mean?
You touched on something now in terms of men doing stuff to their hair. So
they do.
Us men, we go bald, as we all know. What do you think?
I love how you just... we go bald, full stop.
Obviously, some later or earlier than others, but like, what do you think about... I've seen...
I'm sure some men keep their hair, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think it's inevitable all men are to go bald.
My granddad had a full lock of hair. Like, obviously, like, we were just blessed, but some do have a full lock of hair. But based on that, what do you think about... I've seen recently men getting, like, weaves done. It's like a stick-on weave and things like that. What's your... outtake on that, and a man getting a weave, and if you were seeing a guy who had that on his head, how would you feel?
I mean, it's all right. I love. I mean, I guess I don't think it would bother me. I think I would be taken aback because obviously you're not expecting it. It's just something you don't see every day. But I'm just one of those people who I'm very open-minded. So I'm like, okay, I try to see the double side of it. I'm like, okay, well, we women, we wear weaves.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are people going through alopecia or something like that, some hair loss, and they want to wear a weave and cover that, and feel better within themselves. So why can't a man do that? Why can't he make himself feel better?
That is that is one of the best media trained answers I've heard in my life. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, that was great. That was a great answer. But it's true what you mean. Like, as long as it helps you to feel more confident in yourself. Yeah.
Absolutely. I've seen a lot in social media. We love, like, within women, we have this little joke of receding hairlines and whatever. And like, as much as have a little giggle, have a little laugh. Like, we can make fun of each other, both genders. But like, don't take that to heart. Like, actually, don't take it seriously, girls. Like, we do things to make us feel better. And some people may say that's fake or, like, I got my nails, I got my lashes, I've got filler. People may say it's fake, but we enjoy it, right? And we're still going to be girls and we're still going to love what we do. So why not just let the men do what they want,
Oh, that's good. That's a great answer. Like,
if you let me do what I want, I'm gonna reciprocate it. Obviously.
It's one of them ones, isn't it? Like,
it's true.
Absolutely.
So Paris, going back into your modelling, can you give us a little bit more of an insight of your modelling and what you've actually been doing in terms of the modelling kind of thing so people can understand?
So recently, I've been getting more into music videos, although I've been trying to phase out of that a little bit, because I've kind of understood what the industry is more about, and I just realized that some things are alright, and there's some things I'm like, not for me. But respect to anyone that can, because it's a tough industry sometimes, especially as a woman, in the music video industry. You can expect a bit of disrespect from certain people, maybe artists as well, the team, just for being a woman. Yeah. So music videos, mostly just solo shoots at the moment, and focusing a lot on my TikTok at the moment. So I've got about nearly 150k now on TikTok. So blessed.
Well, you can start coming in.
Yeah. No, thank God. I'm very, very grateful because. Yeah.
So in relation to TikTok, how much videos do you put out, like, in terms of content releasing and just putting videos out? How consistent are you with that? And
I should be a lot more consistent than I actually am. Like, that would be real. But I do try and upload at least a video a day. And if I'm not uploading, then I'm streaming.
Okay.
And that's where, that's where most of the exposure comes from, I think, because, the streams can get a lot of views.
Streaming via TikTok?
Yeah. Anyone can, over 1,000 followers can go live. So, and you can get gifts through the streams as well.
Similar to, what's that one DJs use, Drizz?
Oh, Twitch.
Twitch, yeah. I mean, Twitch is for gaming, but
same kind of thing.
Yeah, same kind of thing. You can also do TikTok gaming streams on TikTok. Yeah.
So, do you think TikTok is Instagram, TikTok? Would you rather put all your eggs into TikTok at the moment, or do you still use your Instagram?
Do you know what? That's a good question. That's a good question. I've always said that I feel like TikTok is going to be the new Instagram. Although I feel like at this point in time, Instagram is the more professional profile to have. You know what I mean? Like, that's where your portfolio is.
And brands will ask you, what's your Instagram or stuff like that.
Exactly. Like, that's the first thing you go to to connect with people, networking. But I feel like maybe in a few years' time, I feel like TikTok is going to eventually
take over.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be more popular. I mean, just consider how quickly it got popular for how long it's been out. And everyone is on it now. I mean, there was a time where like 50% of people were on, 50% weren't. I was one of them. I was like, I'm never going to be a TikTok girl. And now look at me, you know?
I feel people just on TikTok, like, even if you're not doing anything or not a brand, you're not like marketing anything, people are just on TikTok. Like, you go on a train, people and I think as well, the human brain is very, like, it switches like that.
Yeah, we like, quick dopamine fixes, quick, like 30-second videos, another one. You can just keep scrolling and it's just these quick changes, and it's been proven. I think there was like a scientific study that it is meant to be addictive. It is literally designed to be addictive to humans. So
do you track your time on like Instagram?
Oh, like the screen time and stuff? I don't check it. I should check it though.
Man, I get alerts like you've been on it for too long now. I mean, yeah.
That's actually, I haven't checked it in months. Like how long my screen time is. That would be interesting.
But that can actually kind of differentiate if you are addicted yourself. Because alone, the dopamine thing you're saying, you're just flicking through, but not knowing how much screen time actually using.
Yeah, you don't even realize. And there's, I mean, we've all probably done it, but we're like scrolling. We're like, okay, after this one scroll, I need to go do whatever I'm doing. And then you're just still scrolling. You're scrolling 10 scrolls later. You're like, nah, it's gonna be this scroll. Yeah. But you keep scrolling.
Are you one of them people that they will use the social media before sleep and when they wake up? Are you? Some people have it. They go on it before they sleep and you go out and wake up.
That's interesting. You say that. Okay, so, let me just give my daily average. My daily average is 8 hours and 49 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
That's all right.
I mean, that's not 8 hours. That's like a working day, is it not?
I don't know mine.
Consider...
8 hours is working day, so like every hour.
Yeah. So like, almost, yeah. And consider I stream as well, so like, that's like...
That's part of it as well. How do you even check that?
What, screen time?
Screen time.
Yeah, I just went on settings and I searched it at the top.
What, in Instagram settings?
No, this is just...
your phone settings?
Yeah, this was just phone settings.
I'll look at that later. I'll disclose that to you guys later. Alright, let's go to that.
Does Instagram have its own separate?
I think it's got screen time.
I did not know
that. Check that.
You're
on big. You know, this guy's... He just looking back like, no answers on that one.
We're not discussing.
You heard Paris' one is that mine was like double figures that I'm going to
double figures, but boy.
But yeah, Paris, I saw on your Instagram that you was a finalist, or did you win Miss Curvaceous?
Yes, so I was one of the finalists for Miss Curvaceous UK. I believe they got their new round of auditions going, so if anyone's interested, they can do that. It's all for curvy women, plus size women, mid-sized women, older women.
Wow.
Yeah, very, very inclusive.
So how did you get into that one then? Did you just get introduced by somebody, or did you see it and just apply?
So, yeah, I think I saw on Instagram, I saw like, I saw a little ad, one of those promotion sponsored things they do. And then it was during a time where I feel like it was almost meant to be put in front of me, you know? Yeah. Everyone has those things where it's like, I was meant to see this. And I was like, if this is what I want to do, this is like the first step to really getting out there and like being in that mindset, like almost opening the gate for myself. And it was actually really, really fun. Like it was very, very empowering. So many different types of women and all amazing, gorgeous, gorgeous women. And we just got to like almost marinate within ourselves and realize, wow, we're all real women and we're all actually really bad. Like, and why aren't we represented more? You know? So we having each other around gave us that confidence and motivation, and we all just wanted each other to win. And it was a really fun experience, actually. We had a little catwalk, had like, I think 3 outfits we modelled for the catwalk, and it was really, really fun.
So the photos, did they sort out the photo shoot and everything for you? So
yeah, everything was sorted, makeup, hair, outfits. It was just, it was a well organised, very well organised.
So was that like your first like big experience into the modelling kind of thing?
Yeah, it was actually like my first. It was like the first thing, and I was like, this is a big step considering where I was at the time, where I was just a girl who had moved from Colchester to London to like pursue my dreams. Didn't know what my dreams were, but I knew I had them. I knew I had big things planned for me in life. And I just realised, I was like, wow, this is when I started to realise modelling was going to be my thing. I was like, yeah, I could get into that. Like, I really just enjoy looking pretty and like making a good picture. Saw this ad, I was like, this is the one. This is absolutely the one. Absolutely the one. And everyone else was kind of in that stage as well, where they're just coming out of their shell. And I feel like during that time, it wasn't like plus size, mid-size modelling was not very popular at that time.
Okay.
It wasn't being introduced into the big brands like it is now. And so it was really good to see. It was like the first big event for plus size. Yeah. And we were all just so happy to see it. So empowering.
That sounds great. Yeah. That sounds great. So when you were saying you want to do like lingerie and stuff like that, would it be that kind of field of lingerie you'd be looking at?
Do you know what? I haven't done any current like lingerie shoots or I've done like one kind of bikini music video shoot. Okay. So I'm very, very open to it, as long as it's tasteful and like within my limits, within my boundaries. I'm not, you know, being made to look a certain way on camera or anything like that. As long as it's tasteful, you know, like we like spreading the image of respecting women and not just sexualizing us. I mean, we can be sexualized. I mean, we are sexy beings, like we know that. But you can respect us 90% of the time, you know. That's still possible. So yeah. What was I?
So you know, I'm saying the lingerie. So would you be doing lingerie? Like you said, you want to start making your own lingerie brand. Would it be for plus size women, or would you kind of?
Oh yes, yeah. Not exclusively, but I want to involve I want all body types because at the moment there is a division between models, regular models, slimmer models, and plus size, mid size, and shorter models as well. Because obviously, like, I'm not very tall myself, so like high-end fashion modeling is out of the picture. But absolutely, I just would love to have a brand that just is inclusive to all women, because we have brands for just regular size women. We have brands for plus size women. Why not a brand for just all of them?
Full range.
Yes, a nice full range where everyone.
Are there any brands out there like that?
I think. Do you know what Khloe Kardashian's brand, you know, A Good American, her jeans are like all inclusive for plus size and regular size. I think that's one, but that's like rare. That she's like the only one I know of. Right. Everyone else,
Who's the plus size English model? She just had a baby recently. Oh, don't quite. I need to get her name. I think I've done this in the last episode, but I forgot. But there's another UK model. I forgot her name, but she was like the forefront of plus size modeling and stuff like that. I love that. And they're gorgeous as well. Absolutely gorgeous. It makes you wonder, why haven't they been represented before? I think they're now starting to do it a little bit more, like you said. And like, I think if you was going to go down that field, this is the time.
Absolutely. Now is the time.
Now is the time.
We're phasing in now.
Yes, because it's represented on a bigger scale now as well. Like you said before, you've got people like Khloe Kardashian who's promoting that. It's showing you that big brands will look into that kind of stuff,
That's what I love. I love that she's done that, and she's not herself. She's not even like a plus size person herself, but she just wanted to include, because she's had insecurities and she's been open about it throughout her life, and she's like, we all have them, so let me just make a brand that's inclusive to everyone. I think that's absolutely gorgeous, because you can just walk up to anyone and say, I love those jeans, where did you get them? They'll say, oh, Good American. You go there, they'll have your, no matter who you are, they'll have your size. Wow. You know, that's an amazing thing. That's something, it's so little, but it's so significant.
No, it is. And I think it does, the message it does goes a long way for people who have them insecurities.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because if you have certain insecurities with your body and you walk on a catwalk or you just walk, that's like basically saying F you to the people that have things to say
absolutely,
about you. And that's why I think that Miss Curvaceous and the fact you've done it is excellent, because it's like just saying F you to people.
Basically. And you know what was funny? I mean, not too many hate comments, but a few did come in. A few people just didn't have anything nice to say. And the more that it came through, the more I actually got empowered. Because it was like, before, when I would do nothing, I was doing nothing for myself. I had nothing to say, because I wasn't in their way. I wasn't a competition. And then all of a sudden,
now they see you, they're like, oh yeah, this could be competition to
exactly.
me.
So take the hate as power. It is power, because it means you're doing something right, because someone has something to say. They don't like it.
So what trials and tribulations have you been faced with when you've been doing the modelling, and especially in the music videos, as you said?
So fashion modelling is simple enough. I think I can have as much creative freedom as I want with that. I can even choose who takes my pictures. I can take them myself, you know?
It's true.
That's the great thing about that. But with music videos, obviously there is more of a guideline and more of an image that they have in their head, a vision. And as the model, you just have to like follow what they say to fill that vision. But they may not communicate that vision beforehand very well. So you're like, okay, yeah, this sounds all good to me. And then you get there, all of a sudden the vision changes and they need more. That's when it starts to obviously get difficult, because then you have to now put up your boundaries and be seen as difficult to work with, when really you just weren't aware that these were what was required. So honestly, so much respect for the women that do the music videos, and they do it like everything that they want, because it's tough. It's tough, and it almost feels like you're being like played by a puppet, kind of. You know what I mean? Like,
I get what you mean,
yeah, because it's like, okay, do this with your body and do that with your body and da-da-da-da. And it's like,
being told what to do.
yeah, no one likes that. No one likes to be
yeah.
told what to do all the time. Sometimes you do just want to like freestyle it a bit, and like it'll probably be just as good as, you know, being directed completely to do what they want to do. But yeah, so much respect for the women that do like just put up with it and they just do it because, first of all, they're making money. Like, they're making good money.
Good money,
and it's good exposure as well because you're on... The more that you're able to do, the more the big artists want to work with you, which is always good exposure for yourself. So,
I guess if the big artists work with you, you get the views and stuff like that. It'll put you into other forefronts.
Well, the artists... They find their models through other music videos.
Okay. So
yeah. So like, I like this girl. Yeah, where'd you get her? The modeling agency, company, they'll send the agency and then boom. That's how it you kind of like move up in this game. Like, you get seen.
So is that something you're gonna keep doing, or I think you said previously you kind of want to fray away from that?
Yeah, so I'd rather do just music videos for like the G's, like just the real ones, you know. Like, I have some people in the music industry that are doing music at the moment, and like I know that they would respect my boundaries. They just respect women in general. Who knows when they get famous though? Because people can change. But no, they're very like really, really good people. So like people I'm close with, I'm comfortable with. Absolutely, why not?
Yeah.
You get this. It's a different form of modeling. But yeah, I don't think I would do for any more big artists anymore. I mean, it was fun. Like, my last one with Lil Pino, and we went Tenerife, like got flown out, all inclusive. It was very, very nice. And so yeah, sometimes it's good experiences, but sometimes it makes you wonder, like, is this is it just worth it?
Yeah. So that's gonna be something you just
I'm gonna phase out slowly. Gonna phase out of that more into just creating my own brand, the Paris brand, you know. Like, what is Paris? Because you know how everyone has that niche. Everyone's like, oh, you know that something girl, the girl with the the birthmark. Have you seen the girl with the birthmark? Gorgeous girl. She's like got 1 million followers on TikTok now.
Everyone knows her from that birthmark.
Exactly. You get it, like something like that. Like a little, is a niche. I want to find that. I want to find what's my thing, like that separates me.
So would you be open to working with brands like Pretty Little Thing and things like that if they approached you and stuff like that?
That would be the dream. So that would really be the dream, like to be sponsored by a brand that's already large. I mean, that's like 2 steps up straight away, because automatically you're seen as someone who is working with a big brand. So you're seen as, okay, professional, like she has got the connections, and from there it's just bigger opportunities.
So when you stream, like you said, it's very good to stream more than just post stuff, because you don't know who's watching your stream.
Absolutely.
This is the thing. And streaming's like, big companies will watch this and actually spend the time to watch, whereas a picture you can just click through and go past.
Exactly.
So with the streaming, do you feel that's been quite beneficial for you once you've been doing it on TikTok?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think streaming it's a way of really seeing the personality of the influencer that you've been following for so long. You know, you see pictures, but you never get to see like how they speak, how they laugh, what jokes do they make, stuff like that. Streaming is a good way of getting that all across and just, you know, like showing off who you are, and you get more followers that way, because people are like, oh, I'm actually invested in this person, because yes, they're attractive, but also like good energy. Like I'm having a good time watching their stream, having a laugh, and that's an instant like big ultra fan connection. You know,
I think it's what it puts kind of identity to the face,
Absolutely.
because people can just look at a face and, oh, that person's very nice to look at, very aesthetically pleasing, but they've got nothing about them.
Exactly. Like, I mean? I feel, especially I feel like with like women in it, such as myself, like in this kind of industry, maybe our Instagrams kind of all look the same at this point. We all have like a similar aesthetic. I mean, it's pop culture. You can't blame it. Like, it's popular culture. Everyone's doing it. But streaming is a great way of separating yourself and be like, okay, yeah, my pictures are like this, but this is me, and you know, this is my energy.
I think as well, your followers, it gives them makes them feel more comfortable to approach you and speak to you via stream. You know, sometimes you can just get lost in comments.
Absolutely.
Somebody can actually want to speak to you or DM you. No, people don't really read DMs anymore because it's kind of a lot of, you have to filter out the rubbish.
Yeah.
But in a stream, somebody can put a message to you and you might respond to it because you're streaming at the time. Yeah.
Absolutely. Actually, most of the time I would respond to a stream.
You wouldn't respond to all DMs.
Not all, because there's so many and... like 50% of them are just people like being weird. So but when you see a TikTok stream, you can it feels more personal because it feels like you're actually having a conversation with these people and they feel the same as well. So it's a lot more personal than just...
So when you stream, what's the main things you kind of do? Do you do like any beauty regimes or like do you do anything that people can come and kind of copy what you're doing? Is anything you do?
Actually I'm a very honest person. I just say how it is. So actually I copied like my style of stream from someone else, right? So it is actually quite a popular thing people are doing at the moment, and it does like make the most money in terms of just TikTok streaming. And they're called like Smash or Trashes or Yay or Nay lives. I call mine Yay or Nay. No one has done that yet. And I know it's so like, I know it's so annoying when you're scrolling and you see these TikToks, but the people that like actually come on, they stay and they actually do want your opinion. And like, as much as I say yay or nay, I've never like said nay to anyone. Like I've not yayed everyone, but I'll never like be like, you're crap, you're disgusting, because that's horrible. I wouldn't want. Imagine how embarrassing that would be if you went on someone and you're like, oh, let me just get a rate. Like,
but that's why I like you've said that, because when I've seen them kind of videos on social media, I thought, wow, like
it feels demeaning.
It feels very demeaning.
Yeah.
And to say no, and then you ask them or you tell them to turn around. Oh, because you're like, it's just mad. You know what I mean? Like, it's just mad. But I get it. But it's mad. Like,
it is because you have to remember as well, like. Everything on the internet stays on the internet forever. Exactly. If I am planning to be a big name in the world, this is all going to bite me in the butt. You know what I mean? So you have to be careful. You have to be absolutely careful what you say. And also, why would you want to spread all that negativity when you may not be attracted to someone yourself? Doesn't mean they are unattractive. You're just not attracted to them. Other people can be. You get it? Like, beauty is subjective. And I do always, that's something I do always mention in those lives when I do yays or nays, because I really don't want people going and thinking, oh, like, I'm fucking ugly.
And leave there and you've just made them have a miserable day.
I've just destroyed someone's confidence. I personally could not live with myself knowing that, especially when I'm someone who advocates self-confidence. You get it? So it was kind of a dilemma, because I saw that these lives were making a lot of money. And then I were like, but this is not really like, I don't want to be like brutally honest to the point where I'm being mean. So I just kind of like remixed it to my own kind of style, where I keep it very like respectful. I'll just keep it very, very respectful. If I like someone comes on and they're not necessarily my type, I'll just be like, you're very, very handsome, just not my type. Like, you're just not my type. Like,
do you know,
why are you laughing?
I'm just thinking of so many scenarios. I know what you mean. Because like, even when you go out, see, like, guys, you go out, you talk to a girl, you speak to a girl. This is a scenario, guys. Don't worry, I'm just giving a scenario. It's not my life, just a scenario, But you go out, speak to a girl.
We're making that clear.
I'm making it clear. You speak to a girl, and it's like that girl might not be feeling you. But some men can't take that. But you have to understand, women have their types. Men have their types.
Everyone has a preference.
So if that person says no to you, you take it as a no.
Man.
Just the fact is, the thing about some guys and some women as well, they think that some women can walk in a room and think every guy in this room likes me. Some women can think, some guys can walk in a room and feel like, I can get any girl in this room.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work like that.
It can work like if you make it your reality.
If you make
it's all about mindset, really, because that person has gained that confidence to think everyone in this room wants me from their own self. You get it? So you can be that person too. Because they not necessarily change the outside of them, but they just change the inside of them.
But I feel as well, especially club scenario, I think people already pick. I keep saying club scenario because I'm just scared. The most easiest way. That's when you meet somebody in a club. I don't really know that much people that meet each other like an Asda's or Tesco. It's very rare now. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying club scenario. It's very rare. Or walking the dog outside, like it happens, but I'm just thinking club
That
scenario.
would
But
be cute, actually.
no,
But
it will. I think it'd be better than a club scenario
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you only get to know
Absolutely.
10 minutes of that person.
Exactly,
Do you know what I mean? So,
and you're both obviously wasted.
exactly,
Like-
exactly. But I thought in that kind of situation, people already picked who they like.
Yeah.
So if
Absolutely.
a woman picks a guy and I think I like that guy, she's already got eyes on that guy. So she's not gonna be like, this guy. I don't care, but I want this guy.
Yeah, yeah,
And people
yeah,
have to understand once somebody picks, they pick.
That's it, yeah. It doesn't
Your
matter,
time
doesn't
is
matter
done.
how
Yeah,
good
yeah.
you are, they've picked, like, they've made that decision
Yeah.
already. So it doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Clubs, though, that's such a funny...
No, clubs. It's the only scenario I can think of because
No, when I think of clubs, I think of men, like, randomly coming up behind me and
Yes,
grabbing me.
yeah. It's like-
That's... I'm sorry, I'm guy. I hope you're not.
No, we're
Yeah,
past that.
You
man,
see,
like-
yeah, past that.
We're
It
past
is-
that.
it
Like,
is
that's it.
It is definitely like a young man thing. Like, you think the ladies like it, but then you realise actually, like,
Basically,
we'll let you know if we want to be touched.
what I think it's basically mean you're accessible to everybody.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not really a attractive trait to have.
No,
being
no.
accessible to everyone.
No.
If that woman says no, and that woman just told you go away, and she's seen you talk to another girl, you're thinking, am I supposed to get a relationship with this man? So when I get a relationship with this man, he's gonna be doing the same thing when I'm not there.
Exactly.
Doesn't make no
Exactly.
sense. But yeah, I get what you mean.
But don't go into a club thinking you're gonna find a relationship.
No, just have fun.
So, I mean, sometimes you might. You never know. There's
Yeah.
like some people like made for each other, soulmates, and they happen to have met in a club. But I don't think like you're gonna find your future husband or wife.
I'm sure people are doing smash or pass in clubs anyway. I know some girls and their friends are like smash pass.
Yeah, literally.
So when that guy approached them, they've already said pass. That's why they have to blank the guy now. Do you know what I mean? If they try and dance on the guy, the girl will be like, "You just told him pass on that one." So you kind of have to like, stick to it. It's crazy.
Oh, I'm so dead. That's so
crazy.
funny.
It's crazy. But yeah, so being a model, it must be difficult as well because you will put pictures up which would be aesthetically pleasing to people's eyes, but you must get a lot of stupid DMs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How do you filter that out?
Like
Yeah,
I said,
it must be difficult.
Yeah. But do you know what? Like I said, empower you. The more I get, the more I know I'm doing right.
Yeah.
So the more,
That's true. It's true.
Think about,
It's true. Yeah.
Because think about you as a person. If you're happy within yourself, you're positive. You just don't have the time to go and send hate to someone, especially online. Innit? You maybe when you're younger and you're like all sour and salty about life when you're like 13, 14, when you're a teenager. But when you grow out of that, you realise that the people that are still doing that really just hate themselves so much. Like they have so much hate for themselves, and the only way they can feel better is if the world feels like it's hating itself as much as they're hating themselves.
Yeah.
And so when I think that, I almost feel sorry. No matter what has been said in the comment, I just know it's coming from a place of hurt and it's coming from a place of insecurity.
Do you try to have that agony aunt kind of conversation with them? You just ignore it. No, some people try to talk back and like, you're right.
Do you know what? There's been times where I'm like, bro, therapy.
Yeah,
like,
therapy.
Get therapy.
Do you want to phone me? Do you want to talk?
Do you know what? No, but that
Everyone at home.
Yeah, literally. And that sets them off. That makes them even worse. Yeah, because you've just triggered them. You get it? Completely triggered. Like you've just told them exactly what's wrong with them. They're not going to take that nicely.
Yeah.
So now I'd like, if someone says something really mean, just send laughy faces.
Because just like the message.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, petty.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
It's the best way to respond. Like,
it's true because it is difficult sometimes because there is people. One thing about social media, it allows anybody to access
have
it.
a voice.
Yeah, have a voice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can have multiple voices because people be making different accounts as
Exactly.
well.
But again, you don't know that person's what they're going through at that moment of time, and what that person could be like, just messed up completely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the only way they can kind of feel some purpose in the world is to talk rubbish to somebody else.
Absolutely. Yeah. So,
Which again, you sometimes have to accept their life is their life, your life is your life. That's why when people send these certain messages, even to guys as well, I don't be rude to them. That's the fact. I don't know what they're going through. Especially this kind of current time in the climate, life is hard. Let's not lie. Life is hard, man.
let's be real. Like, it's
life
not
ain't easy. Life ain't easy.
Yeah,
What you see on
it's not
Instagram, it makes it look
easy
easy, but it's not easy.
It's not easy breezy.
It's not
whatsoever.
easy.
And again, like just remember that those people are they are going through something, but almost feel flattered that they picked you to hate on, right? Because they're gonna have to pick like someone who is
choose someone, isn't it?
They have to choose someone, and usually these people choose someone who's like they feel is so out of their league. You get
yeah.
so above their level, and if and that's how they feel. Like they feel that you're so above their level. They're like, why do you think you're better than me?
Yeah.
So that's when they start hating. But then if they chose you for that, just know that that's what they think about you. That's kind of good.
That's one thing I want to ask as well. Pictures can portray that. And for you being a model, do you feel it's hard to get into relationships and date guys because you feel that because your pictures, guys might feel that you're so out of the league, if you know what I mean?
That's so funny.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it can be difficult sometimes because some guys might say, I can't poach that girl because she thinks she's too nice. Do you know what I mean? Things like that.
Yeah. So, I know. Well, the thing is, if you're a guy that thinks oh, this girl thinks she's too good for me, then maybe she is because of your mindset, of your way of thinking that she thinks she's better than you. No, she just has her self-confidence.
Yeah.
If someone does treat you like they're better than you, then cool. They're obviously like they've gone too far. But if she's just being her, she's just doing her life, then how can you be mad at that? Because if you're doing your own thing as well, chances are she's gonna find that attractive. Very, very attractive.
Clap for that, Drizz. That's relationship advice 101. Listen, guys, relationship, but that's true. I understand that because it's true. Like, a lot of guys do say that, like, shout my league, but again, you have to then think about where your league is.
Absolutely.
Because if you thought somebody's better than you, you kind of have to put yourself on the forefront to make sure that nobody is better than you.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, don't let anyone think they're better than you, and also don't let them think they're worse than you. Like, we're all equal.
Yeah.
We're all just, like, I think the aim is to really master that self-confidence. Because honestly, life just changes once you are so secure within yourself. Nothing no one can say can ever like tip you over about how you feel about yourself. That's when life is good.
So what age did you kind solidify that?
Oh, too late.
Like too late. Okay.
Way too late.
When you felt.
Yeah. I was around. I think if there was an age, I would say around like 18, 19 is when I started to really like take back my confidence. I just swallowed my gum. I
thought there was a pause.
No, you know what? I was just going to phone through it.
I thought, do we have to do like are you right? That's what I thought.
You know what? I was going to be all like really like professional about it and just pretend it didn't happen. And just
we're first aid trained. Don't worry about it. We're first aid trained. Don't worry. If we just dropped, I'm like, whoa. I think we probably sit there for a minute like, I look at Drizz like, is this part of the podcast?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so dead. What were you saying? You have to remind me. I have really bad ADHD.
I forgot myself. Yeah. No, we're saying, okay, when did you kind of gain your confidence and solidify that you are you and that identity is you?
Definitely, around 18, 19, when I think... this is so funny. After I got in my first relationship with a black guy, I will be honest, he really did bring up my confidence. Because before that, I had one like other boyfriend. He was my high school boyfriend. He was a white guy, and he was lovely. Don't get me wrong, but he was just lovely, you know. And then my second boyfriend kind of really did bring me out of my shell and made me understand that growing up, because like growing up in Essex, everyone is mostly Caucasian, and like no one really had like kind of my body type. If they did, it would be a different shape, obviously, because we're all different. But like I never felt like relatable. I didn't feel related to anyone either. And
so you always felt like the outcast a little bit.
I really did. I really did. And then when I got with this boyfriend, now ex, he really did bring me out my shell. He was like, nah, like you're just like different. You're just like in a different way. You look good, and just because you're not like slim doesn't mean you're not attractive. He kind of taught me these things, which is great. But to really capture my own confidence, I had to bring it to myself. I had to,
not have somebody tell it to you.
Exactly. I had to tell it to myself from now on. So, you know, people say, you know, about affirmations and stuff like that. It really does help. Just go into the mirror, because every morning you go for like a wee, don't you? And then you go brush your teeth. You're looking in the mirror anyway. So in that time, you don't even need to say it out loud. Just in your head, like, you are like beautiful. You are worthy, and you are respected, and you deserve respect and love. So simple, but you say it and you really believe it because you should. You start to understand you should.
Do you know what it is as well? Yeah, people don't have that self-awareness to speak to themselves. Do you know what I mean? And it takes a lot just to go into a mirror and say, oh, you're this, you're that. But it does go a long way.
It's true, it's true. I feel like some people are in denial with themselves sometimes.
Yeah, it's self-therapy.
Yeah.
Self-therapy.
Absolutely. So, like, self-coping and stuff like that. But some people don't... Yeah, they don't have a good internal dialogue with themselves because they're lying to themselves so much. They're living in denial. So once you're living in denial with yourself, you're kind of avoiding yourself because you don't want to catch yourself in a lie in your own head, right? Because you want to keep up with your own lies. And then from there, you just kind of get detached. So once you first step is becoming real with yourself, just being honest. It is the way it is, and we're all human. Like, you're not the only one that's gone through it. 9 times out of 10, you're not the only one that's gone through it. So yeah, I think that those are the important things, key things to remember.
To be honest, you sound like an advocate for these kind of things, and I think it'd be good for these brands obviously to touch base with you, because what you're saying is a lot of facts that I think people need to hear. And the fact that you're being in the modelling world, this is why we're coming Unspoken Gems. It's an unspoken thing that people don't really want to speak about.
Exactly.
Down to the music videos, down to relationships, down to just the self-confidence. And self-confidence is the one that I highlight in capital letters because it deters you from things like mental health and things like that. Do you know what I mean? And we all speak about mental health so much.
But it's so important because that's the center of your, you know, of your being, of your just your way of life is the center of it. Is everything comes from here. You have to take care of that first.
But one thing about modelling as well, I've noticed, and I've spoke to a few other models, is when you see them out, like the pictures wise, all that kind of stuff, what they're feeling inside is not actually what is deep down.
Absolutely. And that's actually a very good thing that you've brought up, because that is a very, 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 real thing. Like, when I get some pictures back, I might in the shoot think I would look so good, literally snatched everywhere, and then I'll get the pictures, I'm like, that's not how I felt in the shoot. But then you have to realise that, like, a camera is just a piece of equipment. Like, it can only capture so much. It can't capture what you see in real life and how you feel in real life. And that's where editing comes in. That's why I feel like it's okay to edit some of the things. I don't feel like edit it to make yourself a whole new person, but to do those little touch-ups and whatever, I think that's okay, because you can't, it's kind of like, you know, the camera doesn't have that advantage of real life.
So you're just enhancing what the camera doesn't have.
Absolutely, enhancing. You're enhancing. You're just, it's an addition.
So it's crazy. You know, some people will say, they look better in real life.
Yes.
Do you feel that as well?
I feel that. I do.
The editing does.
Yeah.
It gives you that real life perspective because the camera couldn't do it, basically.
Exactly. That's how it feels. And it's a tough feeling though. Like, I feel like I remember my first shoot, I felt so insecure right afterwards, and I'd obviously just been in the process of learning self-confidence. Like, this was the beginning of my journey, and I see it and I'm like, oh my god, maybe this is not for me, because I don't know how I'm going to handle this every time. And the photographer was like, no, like, we can make some changes, change the lighting and everything to make it like better, because this is not the final form. And I'm like, I just want to see the final form now. But you have to understand and be real with yourself.
Timing,
this is the times where you can't lie to yourself and be like, I always look good. No, there's angles where you don't look good, but it's okay, you can fix that. But then also be real with yourself that you are fixing it. Like, don't be like, no, I don't edit my photos. Like, I don't use filters. Yes, you do. Like, yes, you do. Like, we all do. That's okay.
But the thing about it, you can't even get away with that now, because there's people that can tell and edit. Not there's people there's always somebody out there that's good at something.
Oh yeah.
If you lie, they will. Oh, but that's not.
You
you get caught out. So
that's so
it's better
true.
to own it. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, because you don't want to look stupid like that. Like, someone's like, I can clearly see you've edited. That's what I mean. Be real about it. Like, just because I edit my photos doesn't mean I'm a catfish. Doesn't mean anyone's a catfish. If you're only a catfish if you're literally presenting yourself as someone else, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good topic as well. Catfish. Yeah, because people, I feel like that's a very big culture now of telling people, oh, you're a catfish. Like, you don't look like what you look like in your pictures.
It happens a lot.
It does. It happens quite. And you know what was funny? I think is getting more popular with men as well. Like, in the like with us women, we'll be like, oh, he's a catfish. Like, he said he was 6 foot, but he was actually like 5 something. And and like, listen, don't you gotta take a drink.
We both drink at the same time. It's like,
no, but hear me out.
go.
Hear me out. You gotta hear me out. So, for me personally, height is not a big deal for me, right? Height is height. Like you are as tall as you are. But I feel like you, as a man, if you advertise yourself as 6'3", and they say there is a woman who like her requirement is a certain height, right? Okay, I know.
Quiet, listen. Speak your stuff. I want to hear this. Come, let's go.
I'm not personally saying that having a height requirement, like a minimum, maximum, is okay, but there are people like that. And if you are someone who wants to engage with a woman who has made it clear her requirement for height, and you've lied to her, then don't be fucking surprised. You know what I mean? When she comes, I'm obviously not going to see you again.
That's like saying, that's like saying something. I drive a Porsche.
Yeah, and then roll up with a micro, and then,
and don't be upset if she doesn't come in the car.
You've lied to me. Like you've now established yourself as a liar. It doesn't actually matter your height now, but you're a liar to me.
And that's setting you off for a bad relationship with that person. The first time meeting them, they've lied. So, like, that is not a good story. That is not a nice love story. So what do you expect in that relationship? Lies. Like, you be a fool if you don't see the red flags from the beginning. So it's like, no, it's true. It's true.
We've all sometimes ignored a red flag or two.
True. Like, red flags, it's true. You got to ignore them sometimes. But I guess with the catfish kind of game, it also boils down to confidence again. You don't know what people have been gone through in their past relationships, and a lot of times when I watch that catfish program, it's always issues with their past relationship.
Exactly, and I love that show as well. But you're right there. And it's always, and you can see when the real person comes out, you see that they're clearly unconfident because they're literally like
see the hurt
within, and they're just
they're just like that program,
I'm Denise, and it's like
something's happened.
They're
not sitting straight. They're like they're just in a little show.
Yeah, they are. You can see, and you can. That's the thing as well with posture. Like you can tell someone.
Don't go in that posture, guys. Don't do that. You know, I went gym and I done my back today, so I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting up like this. Like, come, let's go first. Hey, listen, guys. When we come to the episode today, Paris come with the maddest posture, and we're all leaning like this, like. I feel like it's so powerful. Don't you feel powerful right now? No, you do.
Like, you feel
Mom
like
tells me all the time, sit up.
Yeah. I never used to. I used to be a sloucher as well. I've had to condition myself to have my back straight. It makes you feel more powerful. It makes you feel more professional. And you almost exert self-confidence that without even saying anything, it's out there now.
But do you know, if I sat in the, like, let's be real. If you come in a room today and I was like this.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think there's something wrong with me?
I mean,
I'm just there sitting like this, thinking, is he alright? Like, he's just, and I'm just there for the whole hour, just like this. You think there's something wrong with me?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not every day, all day. But that would hurt.
First meeting me, and I'm just sitting there like.
Yeah, it would be weird. 100%.
You know what I mean? So,
do you know what? In situations like this, and be like in professional situations, yes, posture, body language is all so important, isn't it?
For sure.
But yeah, like relax when you need to relax.
No, it's right. I think it's true.
Like, damn, your back gonna hurt. That slip disc.
It is, I started doing yoga for my posture.
Oh, how it? You know what?
It's
so interested.
Wicked. It's
really
wicked. Obviously, my posture's not bad, but it's great for posture.
Really?
Because you have to understand, as you get older, posture is important.
Yeah. Oh, so important.
Once your posture goes, it goes.
Absolutely.
And as we got older, your back bends anyway.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
Once it goes, it goes. Like, there's no getting your posture back.
No,
right. Absolutely. I mean? Yeah, true, because once you're...
Like that. Like, so yoga kind of enhances that. And even for your modelling.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I heard it's really good just for your body tone and really feeling centered with yourself.
It's great.
So how do you do your yoga? Like, do you do it like, on YouTube?
I'll do something called yoga for lifting. So it's in my gym. We do it every Tuesdays at 7 a.m.
What gym do you go to?
So Gym Box.
Oh, okay.
So 7 a.m. Nice. Do it every morning, and it's basically enhances your body when you're doing certain lifts. So it's kind of from the back, from the legs.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of that kind of stuff. So when you're lifting, you're not putting a lot of strain on your muscles because you're lifting in the yoga kind of form, which is great. I've done Pilates as well, but it's a bit too fast paced for me, to be honest.
Yoga's more relaxing.
Yoga's more relaxed. Pilates is like constant up, down, and it's like it's hard if you're going gym already.
Yeah, yeah.
There's another one, Bikram yoga.
Oh,
that's quite good.
Bikram.
Yeah, and there's a one when you do it like.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. No, Bikram.
There's one you do it's like in a sauna, so it's like not in a sauna, but the room is just boiling hot. Just boiling hot, and you're just in the yoga. But it's definitely good to try. I'll definitely recommend going yoga. But again, your posture's fine. So if you do yoga, you'll be walking for the door
Just shoulders up.
I'm like, yeah, what's up? No, you're good. But yeah, definitely look at it.
Yeah, I will actually. I've been meaning to look into yoga for a long time. Actually, I tried to do it like from these YouTube videos online.
YouTube lockdown and showed you can do anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially with everything going up in price, I think everyone's going to be doing things from the house.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So definitely going up.
I mean, literally, lockdown made me start doing my own nails. And it was originally just supposed to be like to do my own nails, and now I have like a whole collection of nail stuff. Yeah. But it's good though, like that's a skill that I've gained.
So do your nails like what, £30?
Yeah, £30-40 usually if you were to go get them done like with gel colour. But
and you done that yourself?
Yeah, these are.
Show the camera.
These are very plain though, very, very ordinary.
You can message Paris for your nails to get done if you want to. Yeah. another venture, putting it out there. But yeah, that's wicked. I think them kind of little things, I think lockdowns let people become more self-efficient and do things themselves. Yeah.
I feel like we, as a humanity, we kind of needed that little break.
We did.
We kind of.
Kind of like a restart on life.
Absolutely, like
do you know what I mean? Like,
I can just do nothing.
Yeah, you could do nothing. Or I can do things without somebody telling me to do it. I could do it myself
in my own time, without time limits. It almost you can thrive in that kind of environment.
And now they want to introduce the 4-day working week. What do you think about that? They want to make 9 to 5.
I think that's. I can't lie. I never understood. Like, even with school as well, going somewhere every day for 5 days. I don't know if this is an ADHD thing or not, but like an ADHD symptom is that we hate repetition. Like, it actually scares me. Okay. It scares me, like, to think I have to do something for the rest of my life the same way.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always changing, like, what I do. But, like, having to, like, what was I saying?
Four-day working week, and you like change and I'm do something.
Oh my god, yes. I feel like it was so weird to me. 5 days going somewhere for like more than 8 hours. That's like a whole damn day. Coming home to then do more homework or do more work for work next day, and then only having 2 days of that week to do nothing. It's like, okay, so you wake up the Saturday, okay. No work tomorrow. I can go sleep whenever I want. You go sleep whenever you want. You wake up. It's Sunday. Now I got to, sleep early tonight. Work tomorrow. It feels too quick. No, I know just a weekend. That's not enough. That's not enough to relax.
I know what you mean. I think instead of working to just pay bills and die, it's better to work to have a life.
Absolutely, to enjoy it, to be able to enjoy it. So I like the 4-day working. I guarantee that mental health, like nationally, will go down for sure. 100%.
For sure. Just a quick one, Paris, because I know you touched on it, the ADHD. I think people would like to hear this. Because a lot of people are going through the same thing. So how does that affect you on day to day, having ADHD?
So interestingly, I
when was you diagnosed as well?
No, I'm currently in the process of
So,
but I self-diagnosed myself probably a year and a half ago, so not even that long ago. But here's the key thing: throughout your life, you always feel that there's something different with you. Like you feel like, why is it so easy for these people to be here on time and remember what they need to remember and do what they need to do? Yeah. And you just feel like you're just a mess. Until I read that ADHD presents differently in women than it does in men. Wow. Yeah, so I was like, I always thought ADHD was just running around and running up the walls, but it's not. But that's only like a symptom in young men. Women internalize the ADHD, so it's just a messy life, like organize it, like timing. That's a big one. Basically ADHD is like you're having 1,000 times more thoughts than a normal regular person, and they're going flash lightning. It's like having 50 tabs open on Safari, like and one of them is playing music and you don't know where the music's coming from, you know what I mean? It's very And but it can also be a superpower. I feel like people don't touch on that. I feel like it's a superpower as well, because you're
heroes.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, a hero for yourself, because with ADHD.
Stranger Things. No, we didn't say that. These things are popping up in my head. So yeah.
That's okay. You're having your little creative process. I know. So yeah, ADHD is it can be a superpower, because I strongly believe that you are what you think. So you know, you manifest your thoughts, and if you're having 1,000 times more thoughts than a regular person, and you can condition them to be positive thoughts and very like constructive thoughts, that's a superpower, because you're now 10 times more powerful in your manifestation, stating, you know, manifesting.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, that makes sense. It's same like autism.
Yeah, absolutely.
Autistic,
absolutely.
if they can manifest it the right way, it can come across as something quite powerful to them.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely. So I feel like a lot of these mental health problems, like, yes, it's marketed, well, advertised, however, it's shown as a disadvantage, but there are its advantages, and you can almost, if you can get it right, control the disadvantages so they don't even bother you anymore, and you only have like you only bring out the good aspects of your condition or whatever you have. And yeah, so it's definitely a superpower. But ladies, like, read up on it, because I had no idea until I think it was just like scrolling through something, and I was just like, oh, ADHD represents itself differently in women.
Wow.
Yeah, women, yeah. And I was just like, wow, this is interesting. Like one symptom is I tend to like interrupt people without realizing, because my thoughts are coming in so quickly. I have to get it out, otherwise I'm gonna forget, and boom, that's a good thought just gone, you know, wasted. So yeah. So I'm sorry if I've like interrupted you.
No.
Because I do that a lot.
It's
I
fine.
don't even stop myself anymore.
No,
I'm just
fine.
like, let me get it out.
Your mind's probably just like quick fire.
Yeah, it's like,
Always,
I've got to get out. I've got to get out.
So many things.
But I do that as well sometimes.
But imagine like when you're trying to go to sleep as well.
Oh.
Yeah, thought. Oh, I need to do that. I need to put the washing machine
For the
in
morning.
the thing. Yeah, I need to. Everything you're thinking. You have to consciously tell yourself, okay, relax. Okay, don't think. Whatever thought you have to pop up, I kind of imagine it in my head. Like, we have strong imaginations as well with ADHD. That's a good symptom. And so when a thought pops up in my head that is useless to me, I kind of imagine it as like a balloon, and I pop it. You know? Yeah, literally, I just pop, gone, disappeared. That's how I like cope with it. I know it's funny, but everyone has everyone has their little like coping things in their brain.
That's what you do to kind of, when you feel like it's too much things happening. What other things do you do to kind of just calm yourself down?
Breath work.
Breath
work is so important. Like, I like to do 4 counts in, 4 counts hold, 4 counts out, 4 counts hold, and then repeat. Call it the box breath. Yeah. And it helps you. Yeah, it just regulates everything, because you're almost now you're focusing on the counting of the breaths. You're not focusing on all the thoughts. You're focusing on 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're breathing. So it's like diverting your attention when you do breath work, and it is very, very calming as well. It's good for you to breathe, man. And breathing is just
wow. That's what I'm saying. This is why we want to bring people onto the Unspoken Gems podcast, because you learn so much about the person, and the fact you do your modelling and other things like that. Not many people might meet you or see your pictures and know that you're going through something like ADHD.
Absolutely, yeah. Actually,
it's
something I don't really touch on too much on social media, but I definitely do want to, because it's something that should be more aware.
Because I feel you will kind of cultivate and bring it in the people that have got that same experience. I want to know you for you on that aspect, but knowing you on that aspect, they're also going to see other things you do, and then see the modelling more and want to focus on your modelling more, because there might be little things that you do in your modelling, they might like, oh, that's an ADHD coming out, and relate to you and make it into a joke.
Exactly.
So it's not as serious as it needs to be.
I'd literally love that.
Not a joke, but you know what I mean, kind of make it light heart of it.
It's like a common thought.
Yes.
It's like, oh yeah, we know that's like something. It's part of our brand. You know.
Yep.
I love that. I hope one day that could be the case.
God willing. You never know. Talk it into existence.
Absolutely. You are what you think.
You happen. But Paris, before we leave you, because this has been a very, very, very productive episode.
Oh, amazing.
And we've learned so much about you and the modelling world, but is there anything you want to say to leave out on and kind of that last message just to put across to people?
I guess if I was going to say something...
Actually, I'm asking a question, actually.
Yeah, go ahead. Little ADHD moment.
Yeah, it happened.
Final thought.
Pop the balloon. Now, pull it down.
Blow it up again.
Yeah, literally, like, so a 16-year-old girl who was in your position when you were 16, what message would you give them to them now at the age you are now and how you feel now? So a 16-year-old girl that's struggling, how you can help them to get to where you are now and the message that you will give them to help them get to that place.
I would say, girl, like, you look good. Like, you might not even think it, but you'll look back on this in 10 years' time and be like, damn, I should have appreciated how young and gorgeous I was when I was 16. So just absolutely enjoy yourself now. And, you know, no worries. That's such a big thing. No worries. If you don't stress about things, they will just come to you with the least resistance. So love yourself.
Excellent.
So
Paris, it's been a pleasure. And thank you very much
Thank
for
you
coming
for having
today.
me.
For sure,
It was
for sure.
lovely. Thank you so much.
So yeah, that was Paris, and we are the Unspoken Gems podcast. We're out. Thank you very much.
That was good.